there's nothing wrong with saying it's suspicious. Lots of things in content creation and games development are suspicious. Having a secret conversation with one of your colleagues one-to-one can be construed as suspicious. And trying to put the hammer down on someone who's questioning your bloody narrative is a bit suspicious as well. So that's all I'm saying and stating in this effect. If that strikes a nerve, well, that's going to make me even more suspicious. And not just me, but my colleagues and my contacts. I know I only have a couple of hundred subs, folks, but I used to be a real boy. I used to be, Pinocchio, real boy. And I still have those connections. Des, I know you've been very quiet. He's always very shy doing this. What do you make of everything you've heard so far?
We just have to make sure that we keep our battles objective, or at least try to. So if the studio didn't actually get censored, then just making a whole song and dance about it online, being all like, oh, we'll go down with the censorship if we have to. Oh, we'll fight, is not just stupid, but it's also harmful, when it comes to the fighting when it actually happens.
Well, I'll tell you this, Des, this whole mindset and narrative of, oh, we survive Steam so we can survive you. It's like, you're just making this all the more suspicious.
It also seems fake because I'm a bit skeptical in nature about stuff like this. So it's obvious that if, this bumped them up in relevance. And I don't believe that they would actually let their game go down the river if it wasn't allowed. I think they would just make whatever change they have to do and just get the game out. If not now, because the game is weak or whatever, then just wait until they're big enough to do so. Like the studio behind that other FPS game that also became a hot topic earlier this year, Ready or Not, the body cam game, they were also very anti this and anti that and Creative Vision this and all that in the beginning. But then in the end, they made a lot of money, and the ESRB or Sony or whatever, they put their balls on the table. They said, these things here have to be changed, and they didn't fight it. Even though the things that they had to change were already in other games. They didn't fight it, they just changed it and moved on and put the game out there. So yeah, I don't know, it just felt a little bit performative. And I understand as an entertainment or a game developer trying to ride a wave and use it to get more eyes on you is good. And I saw some of it as well. I saw some of it where they were like, oh, we stand by women's rights to wear whatever they want. But it's like, sure, but if you're being disingenuous and you're damaging a cause that is far bigger than you, that's irresponsible, and you should just, I don't know, ride a lower wave.
I'll tell you this, folks, right? Jose, stop shooing your attractive 73-year-old mother away. Bring her on screen, right?
Digny wants to see her.
I want to get a good look at her, especially a nice curvature. But
now she looks like Mrs. Doubtfire, and by Mrs. Doubtfire, I mean she looks like Robin Williams today.
Don't sell it even further. He's already sold.
Elzo, you were going to say something while Des
about that situation, the whole situation, because I did a video on that topic when it first arrived before Saber had his video, and I was one of the persons who actually jumped on the side of the developers because I'm someone in nature who hates, like, when I have a vision and when I saw the replies, and one of the replies of Steam was called out that it was fake, and then the person who called it out retracted that statement themselves, that they confirmed for themselves or through some ways that it was actually factual. So whether or not then I saw what their whole exchange with Mustafa, and they actually made me a bit laugh a little bit, because it's completely unprofessional behavior in that case. Like how they wrote it, the way they worded it, the way they were very, for lack of a better word, bitchy about it. And I do want to believe that they didn't do it, at least if they did something, they didn't do it intentionally. because what they were always jumping on a lot of people's comments and stuff like that. They were very communicative, and as Mustafa says, Smash JT did say that they had a chat they were very open, and this is bringing me to something that I think needs to be done on that situation if we're ever to hope to find the definitive answer. I think that in these situations there needs to be a stream conversation and needs to happen to have everything on the open. This is something that I think needs to be sorry that I'm using these words, normalized, because we can have
woke.
I think
He's woke.
we're
Helzo's
normal enough.
woke. You'd have a better chance of getting Ben
I've been
Shapiro
out
and Nick Fuentes to collaborate with
We
one
baby
another.
got him. No,
I've been out it. Shit. But I think we're all intelligent enough to hold a conversation better than what happened a few weeks ago on Smash JT's channel, or even before that with JDA. I think we can hold a decent conversation. We can ask the right questions, especially if you have an opposing opinion. And I think that if a setup that is inviting and proving to be a normal setup, not a hostile setup, not some elaborate trap to say, yeah, we're here to call you out publicly. No, we in search of the truth and in search of the definitive truth, I think something like this needs to happen, and then they can be like, in terms of voice, in terms of what they say live, they can defend their position for those people, and they can actually bring out the entire story, because everybody knows when you're writing something, when you're doing text, you don't always know what the tone is.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Helzo. I know we're pressed for time, folks, but I'd just like to make it clear, as far as I'm aware, I'm the only creator on this panel to be in a situation where you go toe-to-toe with the opposition over, a controversy, a hot topic of the day. And I will tell you right here, right now, that if you don't come out swinging, you will get fucking obliterated by the opposition and by your own side. So I think it's very important to understand the mindset of, I want that discourse to exist, Helzo. I also want it to be raining Kohler, but it's not going to happen. It's a high-minded ideal, not reality-based. Go ahead, Mustafa.
Yeah. So in regards to the having a conversation about this, they've left me a comment, and I asked them. I was like, well, first of all, they called me sexist, which I never said anything about the sex or gender of any of them. They called me what else they said? They said the video is full of falsehoods. I asked for timestamps and quotes as to why I said it's incorrect. And what was the other thing? They were talking about I can't remember the last thing they said in the quote, but yeah. So
that's enough red flags right there, Mustafa.
Yeah.
You don't need to add any more.
Yeah, like
I remember.
From the moment
now.
they called you sexist, that was that's a very turning point.
So in my video, so I have my own morals. I have my own standards for my videos. I don't want to show suggestive themes in my own videos. I'm going to stay, solid with that. I'm not going to make any exceptions. So I blurred out the butt in my video. And they say because I blurred that out, that is proof that I am pro-censorship, that it's neither here or there. I have my own kids. I know in the future they're going to watch my own videos in the future. I've done teaching, so I know like teenagers and kids, they know about my video games. They know about in my YouTube channel. I don't want to show certain things on my videos if I know kids are watching my videos. So, it's neither here or there as far as like me blurring out the butt on my own video. Like that's not proof that I'm pro censorship. Like they have not even addressed the points that I made.
Well, I'll tell you this, right? Because you guys will know our show predecessor, Reality Based, right? We're completely open, completely honest, completely transparent, a free-for-all for people to speak their minds. And look what happened. Crashed, burned, blew up, got wiped out. So I would, before we end the show, I'd like to really thank our mods for eliminating obstructionists who seek to annihilate everything we are building. You know, the JDAs of the world. You know, smile to your face, sharpen a sword behind your back, and no, it's not made of metal, it's made of flesh. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen.